Welcome. This video is on solving one-step addition and subtraction equations. We're going to start here on page 112, where it talks about the one-step equation. Basically, an equation that can be solved using only one operation. Okay? So remember, operations are the things we do in math, like addition, multiplication, subtraction, division, and so on. The inverse operation, as it says here, are the pairs of operations that reverse the effect of each other. So we could also say they are the opposite operation. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. The opposite of multiplication is division. Opposite of subtraction is addition. Opposite of division is multiplication. Okay? So every operation has an opposite. And when you do that opposite or inverse operation, it undoes whatever the other one did. So this equation, h plus 6 equals 19. Okay? It says to solve it, which means find the solution, which we've talked about this week. The solution is what makes it true. So we need to find the value of h that makes the statement true. And I know there's a lot of you who could probably just look at this and come up with a number and you'd be right. But we are practicing a skill that is going to serve you for a very long time. So we need to make sure we practice this skill. Okay? So you look at what's happening to 6. You do the inverse operation, and which would be subtracting 6. And then the 6 minus 6 cancels out, so you get a 0. Okay? The 6 minus 6 cancels out, and you get a 13. Okay, I know they kind of decomposed the 13 and 6, but let's say this was still 19. 19 minus 6 would be 13, and that would be our answer. Okay? Let me show you how another way to write this out. Actually, that's going to be on the next page. So our solution, is h equals 13. And are there any other solutions? No, because only 13 makes it true. Okay, again, reinforcing this idea that a solution makes the statement true. All right. Now, use the same strategy to solve each equation. Okay, so what we're going to do here is ask, what's happening to the variable? Okay, here m is being added by 12. So we want to do the inverse operation, or the opposite thing, which is subtraction, and we're going to subtract whatever was being added. Okay, kind of like fighting fire with fire. They're going to add 12. Well, guess what? We're going to subtract 12. So I'm going to subtract 12 from this side, and to keep things balanced, I've got to subtract 12 on this side. And don't forget, we were kind of keeping a dashed line here to kind of keep our balance. So whatever we do on this side of the equation, on this expression, we're going to do on this side of the equation to this expression. So 35 minus 12 is 23. 12 minus 12 is 0, which these cancel out, so we're left with our m. So m equals 23. Then we could check to see if this is right, if this makes it true, or is it a solution. We could put 23 in for m and then see if it's a true statement, which it would be. All right, on B, t is being added by 24. So the inverse operation is subtract 24. So we're going to subtract 24 from this side. We're going to subtract 24 from this side. 85 minus 24 is 61. And then 24 minus 24 is going to leave us with our variable, which is t, which tells us t equals 61. So again, we're trying to get our variable by itself, because that's going to tell us what the variable has to equal. Okay? So on this page, give you a chance to try a few more. We did one with subtraction because we realized there wasn't any examples of subtraction. Same idea. X is being subtracted by 5, so do the inverse operation. We're going to add 5. So if we add 5 to this side and add 5 to this side, 20 plus 5 is 25. And then this is kind of weird, but if you think about it, it's really basically 5 minus 5, which cancels out, and we're left with x. Okay, don't add 5 and 5 to make 10, because remember, this is subtracting 5. So it's 5 minus 5, which would be 0, which leaves us with x. So x equals 25. And again, to check it, put 25 back in for x. 25 minus 5 is 20. So it's a true statement. Okay? So on our assignment, we are simply working at balancing these equations. What is happening to the variable? Do the opposite or the inverse operation, and do that to both sides. Okay, so we're adding 2 to both sides, and then what's left over is z, and then 10 plus 2 is 12. And that would be our answer. Okay, thanks for watching.